Okay, so now before we will proceed, I'm going to show you first the objective for this morning. Okay, so let me read for you. Our objective is to identify the methods of striking an arc according to welding procedures and standards. Now, as a recap or a review, based on what we have discussed last meeting, any one of you here can give here us insight. What are the four basic positions in fillet welding? Ring pops. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that wonderful answer. Thank you. You may now take your seats. Another one. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, good. How about this number two? Why do we need to understand the four basic welding positions? Anyone? Anyone from the group? Any volunteer? Okay, please. Okay, very good. Very well said. And you may now take your seat. Your Honor, thank you. Yes. And of course, we'll be having this activity number one, which we are going to unlock the different jumbled letters or unlocking of difficulties. Okay, how about this one? Based on the clip arts or on the pictures that you have seen in the monitor, and I have already written here a what we call this one a hint. Okay, so arc. And how about the pictures? The picture itself say so. Okay, so we will going to answer that one later. Okay, then how about this one? Okay, what? The first word? What? Come again? I? Okay, good. How about this number two? The second jumbled letter. Okay, yes, thank you. How about you? Yes, very good. And then, how about the third one? Come again? Electron. Yes, that's it. And last is what word it is? It's a what? It's a B. Wow. Bingo. It's B. So this will be the answer. Arc. Okay, so you are correct. Arc here is a brightly glowing electric current that flows across an open space between two spaces. So these are the definitions and the correct answer of the jumbled letters that we have tackled earlier. Next is current. Yes, you are all correct. A flow of electric charge to complete a circuit. So that is current. How about third one? Ring pumps again. Electrode, a coated metal wire having approximately the same composition as the base metal. Thank you. And the last but not the least, yes, kindly read. Okay, no one. Okay, let me read for you. Bead here defines as the molten wheel paddle solidifies. It forms a joint or connection between two pieces of base metal. Okay, so of course, we have this procedure of striking an arc. So the pictures earlier say that it was an striking. Di ba, no? Is striking an art. So this will be the lesson for this morning that we are going to discuss. We had here scratching method. Scratching method, try to look at the picture. And next one, we have this tapping method. Okay? So try to look at it. The difference between that two, the tapping and the scratching method. Okay, so first procedure is we are going to see to it at all times that we have to wear our PPEs. Okay, so always observe safety. No matter what happened, no matter what activity that you are going to do, always bear in our mind that always is that safety is should be practiced at all times. Then how about this one? The second procedure, of course, is setting up the welding machine. Third is turning on welding machine and set up power source for 70 to 120 amperes. Okay, fourth, lay the plate in the flat position on the welding table. Make sure that it is well grounded. So you have to make it sure that your plate should be well grounded. Mount the electrode to the electrode holder by 45 degree. And sixth is you are going to strike now. Strike the arc using scratching method. Okay? So this will be the time for you to scratch. Okay, strike. How you going to strike an arc? It's either by using or through a scratching method or the tapping method. Move the electrode across the base metal at an angle you would like to use to strike. And sixth one, seventh, when the arc starts, strike the arc by touching the plate using tapping method. So that is the tapping method. 8. Build up a short bed at the edge of workpiece metal to the base metal. So you're going to build up a short bed. Okay? And then chip the slag and brush the beads and speak if the bed properly built up. What you are going to do is you are going to get a chipping hammer and you are going to chip the slag. And of course, you have to brush it in order for us to sure and to inspect if the bed properly built up. Then another procedure is practice this until you can strike an arc freely without sticking and where desired. And the last one, turn off the welding machine. Of course, don't forget to turn off the welding machine every after use. So we have here an activity again. But since we cannot demonstrate the process of striking an arc, so let me show you perhaps a short video clip on process of striking an arc. Okay, so before that, make it sure that we have all this PPE. So don't forget to wear your PPE at all times. So what are those? Of course, the welding mask, the goggles, the gloves, safety shoes, protective, personal protective equipment at all times that should be practiced. Okay, so why? In order for us to prepare ourselves for a hot work, because small or shielding metal art works is a hazardous one. So, safety must be practiced at the workplace at all times. Okay, so let me show you the video clip.
Hi, I'm Gabby with Forney Industries. Let's talk about what you can expect when you first strike an arc with stick, MIG, or TIG welding. First, always remember your proper personal protective equipment. This includes a flame-resistant jacket, a welding helmet, welding gloves, and safety glasses to help protect you from harmful arc flash and sparks. For stick welding, there's two ways you can start your arc. You can scratch your electrode on your base material like a match, or you can tap it to get your arc going. When you first start your arc with stick, you may find that the electrode wants to stick to your base plate. If this happens, just give a twist to your wrist and the electrode should come unstuck. When using a contact rod, you want to make sure that your electrode stays in contact with the base metal the whole time. When using a non-contact rod, you want to stick out at about 1/8 of an inch. Remember, your electrode is consuming itself, so your hand is moving closer to your workpiece. When starting your arc in MIG welding, you must pull the trigger. Once the wire hits the base plate, it will be extremely bright and make a loud popping noise. This is your arc. Once you get your bead going, maintain a stick out of 3/8 of an inch. As you're welding, you'll notice that it sounds like crackling bacon. This is exactly the sound you should get when you have the appropriate settings. If you're getting a different sound, adjust your settings until you get a steady sound to your weld. The arc produced when TIG welding is not as intense and much quieter than stick or MIG welding. When TIG welding, you're going to use two hands, one for the filler metal and the other for your TIG torch. Inside of the torch, you have a non-consumable tungsten electrode. Once you've established your puddle with your base material, then add your filler metal by dipping it into your arc zone. Keep a tight arc. Your arc length should not be much more than the diameter of your tungsten. Also remember to keep constant gas coverage to protect from contamination. If you are having difficulties seeing the arc, turn your shade from a shade 10 to a shade 9 on your welding helmet. TIG welding is the harder process to master, but with practice and patience, you'll get the hang of it. Learn more about our products at forneyind.com. Have questions? Find answers at askforney.com.
Okay, so we have here an analysis. So why is there a need to know the proper process of striking an arc? What do you think? Why? Okay? Come again? Yes? Okay, thank you. Yes, very good. Thank you, Your Honor. You may now take your seats. Okay? How about these two? The second question analysis is, how do you maintain the safety prior to perform proper process of striking an arc? Okay, so how about you? What do you think? How do you maintain the safety? How? In what way? Okay? And then? Okay, so thank you. Yes, okay, very good. Yes, of course. It is. Thank you. And then, the generalization might be, striking the arc is a basic action throughout the entire welding operation. It will occur each time the welding operation is started. The most basic technique to all arc welding is to start and maintain an arc so that current is forced across the gap between the electrode tip and the base metal. So we were on valuing, you should develop the skills of starting and maintaining an arc with a proper gap arc length. Okay? So that's it. We have two on how we're going to develop, of course, the skills of starting and maintaining. So that's the thing that we need to practice and we need to maintain in order for us to have a proper gap arc length. And then, for your evaluation, kindly get a piece of a 1/4 sheet of paper. Kindly answer the following. Okay, so quiz number 1 and number 2, just simply write your answer by identifying the method. Okay, remember we have the two method of scratching, right? Okay, so are you done? Then next, okay, so 3, 4, and 5, you're going to supply your answer. Yes, very good. Yes. Then, additional activity, kindly search and know more about welding tools. Okay, so we have to all search and study in advance. We have to know, we have to understand and know more about welding equipments, tools, etc. Okay? Then, of course, we are all here. We are not a team because we work together. We are a team because we respect, trust, and care for each other. Okay, so thank you for listening. Thank you for coming. And that's all for this morning. Thank you and goodbye, my dear students. See you next time. And God bless you all. Take good care. Bye-bye.